Welcome to Hubris, the show where I attempt to make food without any recipe whatsoever. And today we're going to make a cheesecake type thing but without cream cheese. You see, here in Latvia they've got this stuff called biezpiens, which is like cottage cheese but actually has flavour. So I want to try and get the tangy delight of biezpiens into the sweet deliciousness of a cheesecake type thing. So, without any sort of plan whatsoever, let's crack on. So I'm actually measuring stuff here just in case this turns out well. So I'm going to put about 150 grams of sugar in here. A bit more. Screw it, let's make it 200 grams of sugar. Because the biezpiens is sort of sour, so this should be fine. So add the sugar into the biezpiens, and then we've also got these little packets of vanillin sugar because I'm too cheap to get real vanilla. So we've got about 24 grams here, and on all that goes. We're going to blend this until that granular texture is smooth. Now I'm going to blend a little bit of butter into it to get a bit of fatty richness. And then I'll put some sour cream and some normal whipping cream, 35% fat. And then we'll start to figure out what to do. 75, 80 grams, maybe I should weigh that. Nah, screw it, and it goes. Blend it in. Get in there, boy. Get in there. This is like baking by force. There's no finesse here. I don't have a stand mixer, so this is my impression of a stand mixer thing. Guys, I think this is starting to look like a cheesecake. Just get all the bits off. Let's put some sour cream first. Now, it may not be common knowledge, but Latvian sour cream is better than pretty much any sour cream I've ever had in my life. Specifically, this brand, this Baltais brand, they make a sour cream that is 25% fat. I've taken, so let's say this is about 180 grams saldais grams. This is 200 milliliters. I'm gonna whisk that in. Go by the onion blend. So my general assumption is that eggs are really good for getting a certain amount of richness into a cake. My guess is about 4 eggs, and that should like lighten things up a little bit. But 1. Now I know that you meant to put these things in slowly, but hey, this is my life, and I'm trying to get this done relatively quick. At the very least, with that many eggs, it should set, I guess. I know this is going to split slightly, so let's just incorporate it slowly from this side. 50-ish grams of potato starch, little brand. Jolly mix up. Go, go, go. Flour. And we'll just put that in. There we go. Here we've got these selga biscuits, or tapums. These ones are caramel flavour. So I'm going to crush these up, mix it in with some beautiful Limbažu which is butter from the Limbaži region of Latvia, beautiful place, and blind bake it in something that has to fit in my mini oven. So we'll figure that one out. Okay, so I've got a better idea. Because I'm in a workshop, we've got all sorts of shit around here. So I've got this really good stiff cardboard. What I might do is cut out something that fits in this little piece of shit here and line it with baking paper and just make it so it's got decently high walls, and then tie it up around the outside so it doesn't all fall apart on me. Should do the trick. Awesome. Ooh. That was satisfying. I present to you Esperanza. That's the actual brand name. She's like one of the fates from Greek mythology. Really tricky. It's got these temperature readings on the side here that mean nearly nothing. It's sort of like an approximation of temperature as opposed to an actual temperature. But what would you expect with a single sheet of glass for your insulation? I mean, there's not even a rubber seal around the outside. Anyway, we're gonna stick it in at 150 and blind bake this. So, Esperanza. Oh my God, is it too wide? No. No. Come on, get in there. Oh my God. What kind of measurements? Who took those measurements? Jesus. All right, Esperanza. Go well. So we'll put that in for 30 minutes or until it smells fragrant. That's a good cooking thing to say, even though we're baking. But once it starts to smell, then we'll take it out, let it cool down, pour the batter in, and then stick it back in for like an hour. And then we'll make this beautiful thing next. Should be delicious. Pour it in. You won't get through life if you're afraid of a little bit of jiggle. Jiggle is good. There's no way to preheat this oven. I'm gonna stick it on for an hour, aka the length of a Nile Red video. And it goes. Okay. Go hard, go well. Near the end of the cheesecake bake, we'll crack open a bottle of this, which is smiltsastu sula, aka sea buckthorn juice, and this stuff is it's sour. It's the taste of resilience. It's actually really delicious, but this is going to be a bit of a topper. You see, you drink this when you want to master the sort of the Baltic stare, which I've learned from my wife. It's just sort of like you don't know whether they're uninterested or judging or not even thinking about you, but this helps you get into that zone. Miracles do happen. The cheesecake is actually sort of set. I really didn't expect that. It's got about 5 minutes to go in the oven. It's not. I don't think it'll fall out the sides like I've seen some people do. So, pretty stoked. I mean, that's hubris for you. It can work sometimes, and other times it might bite you in the ass. But let's just see how. We're not at the finish line yet. Now we wait for the cheesecake to cool down to about some temperature in the oven. As far as I'm aware, it can crack. So I'm trying to keep things a little bit sort of cautious at this point, despite the incredible lack of caution up until this point. 70 degrees on the surface. So let's see what that gets to. Okay, so the posset is actually setting a lot faster. The posset is actually setting a lot faster than I'd like. So I'm gonna pour it on now. They can cool down together. They can be friends. That looks fine. That looks fine to me. Okay, it stayed upright. That is a miracle. That is the stranchy miracle that's happening right now. No way. That's got no business being like that. No business at all. Come on, that's ridiculous. texture on that's come out like surprisingly, remarkably well. Anyway, enough of the chit chat. I feel, how do I feel? I feel like a hack. It's not as good as Basque cheesecake. The burnt Basque one's insane. But that's pretty tasty. And 100% Latvian ingredients, so that's just wonderful. But my goodness. Alright, let's make a fancy looking one.